everyone. So it is currently Sunday, right here, and I am getting ready to leave on my trip, and so I wanted to get my plan with me done, and I figured I would see if you guys wanted to join me. I'm writing in right here that I did my run this morning, because if I don't, I may forget. And I ran 4 days this week and walked 1. So hey, getting our training done. We have exactly 1 week. So this time, it's 2:20 right now. This time next week I will be done with my half marathon. But since we are doing the Wine and Dine and it's Lumiere's challenge, I thought I would use a Beauty and the Beast. Of course, I've been singing the song in my head for the last 10 minutes. So this is the week that we're going to be planning right here. It is Monday, Halloween, all the way through Sunday, the half marathon, as well as the fallback time. So there we go. Nice and pretty. And so this is the kit. I have, these are the full boxes, the littles, the checklists, the sidebar, and the washi. I know some of these have lots of little pieces and some of them do not. I'm just trying to figure out which one we have here. Okay, this one is one of the more basic ones. It doesn't have all the extra lines and stuff. Because I know with the Harry Potter one, you actually have little pieces of washi that go in between. And I don't have the vertical one, I have the hourly one. So we don't have the little columns. Next year's is an hourly one. And so next year's I will have, I'm sorry, next one's a vertical. Oh, my brain's not working. And so this is the difference between the two. So this one has got times all the way down the side and this one has separate columns. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna like better. And if you can tell by looking at any of my previous ones, it doesn't seem to really matter. I mean, you have some actual lines versus the plain white or the colored if you have the colorful one. This one's the neutral. But I'm not sure which one I'm gonna like better yet because I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about having to dodge around these things. So we will see. This may be short-lived and I may end up back in the hourly, but we'll have to wait and see how it turns out. So I think I will start with the headers, even though I don't really have the same type of headers that you guys do. And then we will put in all the full boxes and go from there. Because I'm not exactly positive. Okay, so this one is a side. Okay, I'm confused now. Oh, there it is. Wow. I have problems. Let's do the bottom first and then we'll do the top. Okay, so I didn't notice this at first. I'm seeing this one that says a tale is all the time and this goes here. But I was not sure about this. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute, there's one of them. And this one says, far off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, and a prince in disguise, which is the little quote that she gives to the shopkeeper at the very beginning of the movie when she goes back in to check out the exact same book for like the 4th time. So all the stuff is done on our backyard and it's, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in my Florida room. And my Florida room has always been, it's covered in, it's like 3 walls of windows and then the actual back wall. And so I have windows all in front of me and all on the sides, and then the back I have a French door that leads into my house. And so I'm kind of on like a covered porch, but not really because it's all windowed in. And from what I understand, this was a screen porch at one time and they just blocked it all in. And so this has really bad insulation in here. And so during the summer, it gets unbearably hot in here. but in the winter it actually gets pretty cold. So right now it's, you know, it's a day before Halloween, and it's not really super hot, but it's definitely not very cold. It's kind of a nice little mix. And we had people in our backyard recently because we live on an easement. And because of the easement, we have to be really careful about our trees. If the trees get too overgrown, they can compromise the integrity of the easement and cause problems. Let's see how I'm going to do this one. Maybe sideways? That's not going to look better. You know, if a tree goes down and knocks out the power lines that sit in our property, that could cause massive issues. And so they've been here all week long. They started coming on a week ago Thursday, and they finally stopped coming on Friday, I think is when they finally came and finished cleaning up. And so they haven't been in our property in a couple of days. And if you've watched my monthly, which I have not put up yet, so by the time that you get to see this, I probably will have just put it up. But under the assumption that I have that up before this is up, you should have seen it already. And I actually had to cut it just a little bit short. I had a couple little things left to do on my monthly, and I will show you that in just a second. I mean, not much, just a little bit of decor and stuff. Like, I put in, like, oops, can't see. I put in some of this little stuff, just not much, just a couple of extra little tiny things that I added to it just to make it a little prettier. And I had to cut it short because they were so unbelievably loud out there that I couldn't think straight. And not being able to think straight makes it difficult to film anything, plus the fact that you probably couldn't have heard me. You probably couldn't have heard me anyways. So if you watched that and couldn't figure out what was going on, I know I showed it off. I showed them cutting down one of the trees, but that's what was going on. And that's also why I didn't plan last week. It's because I just couldn't get time during the daylight hours where they weren't hacking the trees apart. That one went down just a tiny bit crooked. Hopefully it won't be noticeable at the end, because if it is, it's gonna suck. So my whole backyard is almost completely bare. From what we've counted, they cut down like 20 trees. I actually need to go out there and do a stump count to see how many they actually did. But they just recently finished that up, which I was very happy about, but not very happy about at the same time. Alright, so how do we do this? My husband's been in here, and he's been doing his homework in here, because this is like my quiet time place. I love it in here. It's nice and quiet. Nobody bothers me. But of course, because it's nice and quiet in here, my husband likes to steal this room from me too. Whatever. It's my biggest pet peeve when I watch Plan With Me is when they don't put them down straight. And what do? I don't put it down straight. Figures. Okay. So now I have 3 left. I have the little winter one. I have her Rose. I have Lumiere, her, and Cogsworth left to put down. And I gotta figure out which ones are going over here and which one's gonna go over here. I think I'm gonna put Lumiere here. And the only reason I'm gonna put Lumiere here is because that's what this weekend is. This weekend is Lumiere's challenge. So the whole race, I don't know if how much you know about Disney World, but I'm a little bit obsessed with it. So the whole race is a half marathon plus a 10K. So Lumiere's challenge is that whole big long thing. Hopefully that looks good. So Lumiere's challenge is that whole big long thing. It is both the 10K and the half marathon. And it's 19.3 miles, and we do it in 2 days. We do the 10K on Saturday and the half on Sunday. I'm gonna put the other bell over here so that way they're not next to each other. Actually, I could probably, since she's right there, I could probably put it right here and stagger them a little bit. But I wanted to do like this really, you know, all out Halloween theme for this week because I love Halloween. But I thought about it and I realized that I thought it would be better for this week to be able to commemorate this race. This will be my third half, and the first one didn't go very well, so I'm really hoping, oh my goodness, this one's smaller. Well, crap. I didn't realize this one was smaller. Heh. Well, look at that. Well, that's kind of crappy. I didn't realize that one was supposed to go up there. Apparently that one was supposed to go there. I don't have a thinkable thought box. And as you can see, my whole header is totally different. So I have, it's like the default to using the hourly versus the traditional one. That's not gonna fit now. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Shoot. Alright, let's cut off just a wee bit of Belle's dress. Oh, it's crooked. I suck today. Alright, can you say no? Say you messed up. Messed up, messed up, messed up. Because I did. I messed up. I can hear my daughter right now going, you're ruining it! Let's see if I can get this cut off. Okay. Well, lost a little tiny piece of her dress. I think she still looks cute. Unfortunately, there's a little thing right here, but I'll put like a habit tracker or something there so you don't see it as much. That's gonna bother me. I'm one of those people. And of course, I got the glossy ones, not the removable matte ones, because I didn't think I needed them. Alright, let's see. How much difference is that size? I'm gonna be one of these people. I'm gonna try and jerry-rig this together to make it work. I'm sorry, I hate it when I watch people do this. It drives me insane, and now I'm doing it. Ugh. All I can hear is my children screaming at each other while they play video games. Default to doing this on Sunday afternoon when my kids are home? Oh wait, we homeschool, they're always home. Okay. That looks okay, I guess. Wow, wow. Alright, let's see if I can make this work. There. You can't see anything, right? I made it work. All right, what am I tracking this week? What did I track last week? I tracked the cat box, which my daughter is not doing very well with. Reading, my quiet time, my personal development, how many times I wash my hair, running, and yoga. And I have 3. So I'll have to think about that for a second. I'll figure out if I need to add any more to it. But at least it looks better. Oh well, I didn't realize. That's what I get for going off the cuff and not following her directions. Alright, so what am I tracking? We are going to be in Disney World for the week. And she does not have dinner stickers. Okay. So she has asterisks, hearts, credit cards, phone calls, TV shows. I don't know what that is. Mail and money. She does not have food. That's fine. We're not going to be watching anything while we're there either, because we're at Disney World. What are you going to watch at Disney World? And if there was more of the dollars, I would track how much I spent. Maybe I could do like dollars and credit cards. That way we can track the amount of money we spent. And then I'll just put like a little something fun on top of that. So let's do that. Let's do spending tracking for the week while we're there. Let's see if we take the hotel out of the equation and we take the tickets and the race out of the equation, we may actually be able to not spend a holy crap ton of money. However, I know for a fact that the hotel is expensive, but it's already mostly paid for. It's all earmarked at least, so that way when we get there, we have the money ready for it. The races we've been paid for months. Only thing we have to buy now is souvenirs. And of course, I always like to get an I Did It shirt. I never wear them. I'm a lunatic that loves them so much that I refuse to wear them. For some reason, I have this like strange obsession with these shirts, and then I have this strange obsession with never wearing them. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to put it through the dryer, something's going to get messed up with it, it's going to get bled on, it's going to get, not like blood, but like other stuff bled on. Well, I didn't think that up very well, did I? Oh well. Yeah, I didn't think that up very well. Not a biggie. What was I gonna say? But anyways, I never wear them because of that. I never wear the tech shirts that they give us for the race itself, because I don't want them to smell. And I've got myself convinced that if I wear the tech shirts, that I am gonna go and stink them up. Which is, again, retarded. I know. It's kind of what they're meant for. They're meant for you to wear to run in. I don't wear them to run in. I save them. So I have a bunch of tech shirts and a bunch of I Did It shirts, because we've done a bunch of races now. Not a bunch, some, few, I don't know. And the only ones I've ever worn is like my color run shirt. So we've done a color run and we've done a rage run, and I wear both those shirts. And then we also have done, we've also done a few Disney runs. The Disney runs we've done was the 10-mile Tower of Terror, back when they actually still had it. And that one is by far my favorite because the icon for that one was Maleficent. And Sleeping Beauty is my favorite cartoon. It's my favorite princess. It's my favorite villain. It's my favorite all around. I've got lots that come close in my love relationship with Disney, but none of them quite come as close as Aurora. So the theme for that Tower of Terror was Maleficent. She was like the main character for it. And so I have all this stuff that's Maleficent themed. And Stitch was the year before, which made my son really bummed out because he's like, I want to do the Stitch one. And of course, I'm the horrible mother that did not start running until after Stitch. So he doesn't get a Stitch one. He only got the Maleficent one. But that was our very, very first race. And then we did, and that was 3 years ago. We just passed our 3-year mark for that one, or 2-year mark for that one. 3-year mark for that one. And we had, then we did the Princess that next year, which is, we did the Glass Slipper Challenge, which is the same idea as the one that we're doing this time. So we did so we did the 10K and then we did the half back to back. Just like we're going to do this time. Alright, so that looks good. Now let's move up to the to-dos and put our checklist in. And then after that we did the last Everest because they only had one more, which kind of bummed us all out because we all love the Disney races, and the ones that are like the specialty ones, like the Tower of Terror 10 miler and the Everest Challenge. The Everest was a 5K that you did in Animal Kingdom, and then once you finished the 5K you went back through and did, which was like an obstacle course. It was kind of like a mini mud run or something where you jump through tires or you crawl through mud or over hay bales and stuff like that. So you did the obstacle course 5K, and then you got I don't know what it was. It was like a scavenger hunt, I guess is what you call it. Yeah, scavenger hunt. So then you got the scavenger hunt and you go back through the same course and you do all the scavenger hunt stuff. And after you were done with the scavenger hunt, you got your medal, which was a compass. And I've absolutely loved the idea of that run. Only problem is that somebody, some older man collapsed while he was running it, and when we ran through one of the obstacles you could see the paramedics off in the distance, and they actually passed us while we were earlier in the run, and we didn't know what was going on at that time, and so we just kind of kept on chugging along. And then you come up to the last obstacle course, and we're like at the little over 2 mile marker. We weren't quite at 3 yet, but we were somewhere between 2.5 and 3 because it wasn't much farther. You did that last obstacle course, then you went down around the corner, and then you went straight onto the finish line. And the finish line was still a good half mile away though, so it was like, you know, about 2.5 miles marker. And you could see this ambulance and all these paramedics. And then you get up there and you see this poor man laying on the ground, and they're doing chest compressions on him and they're shocking him, and it was just, it was horrible to see. And it was like, me and my kids were like freaking out about it. And of course my husband, the first thing he does is starts praying about it. And then we ended up shooting out a bunch of text messages to get group prayers going about it. This poor man. And of course, because they will take anybody who's critically injured off of Disney property, because they don't want the bad publicity of having somebody die during one of these runs. And I ended up finding a security guard and asking him about it before we left because I was really worried about him. It kind of tainted the whole race for us. And he said that as far as he knew, the man had made it into the ambulance and was on his way to the hospital, but was doing better. And of course, we're like, okay, well, he couldn't have done much worse because any worse than what he was doing would have been dead. But it kind of put a little bit of a dark cloud on a run for us. And we talk about that run and we still all kind of get quiet and reverent and hoping and wondering that the gentleman's okay, but I have no idea because we couldn't find anything on it. We looked it up online to see if there was anything about it, and we couldn't find anything. And of course, we're in a bunch of Disney forums, especially runner ones. Okay, I just put the sticker down. I don't know what happened, but it just suddenly stopped on me. But it's not telling me that my card is full. I've got a full battery, so I'm not sure what happened. It just stopped. So we're gonna press play and see if it keeps going, and if it doesn't, then we'll deal with that later. But anyways, while I finish this up. Anyways, after that race, we never did find out what happened to the gentleman for sure. But like I said, Disney forums, people are very nosy, and we tried them and they didn't even know anything, so we're hopeful, but we'll see. Anyways, so the next year, we actually had a pretty crazy year, and we did another one. We did another race. We did the normal half marathon that's in January, and because life got kind of insane, we didn't train for that one very well, and it turned out the most terrible run that we've ever done as far as us personally. There was nothing happened. It was very uneventful, but it was really, really difficult because we hadn't been running. My training was just absolutely horrendous. And so before we went, we maybe got 5 miles in. Maybe. I'd have to look at my runner's app to find out for sure. But I don't even think we got that far in. Yeah, my stickers are off today. I swear I tried taping and my sticker placement couldn't possibly be worse. I'm sure it could actually be worse, but not by much. So for this run, we've had this one planned for a while, and I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do another one after my last one. Last one was horrible. We finished at like 4 hours. And if you know anything about running a half marathon, 4 hours is a miserable time. And we had plenty of time to do the run because we were up a ways because we had done decently on the Princess. But we did so bad that at one point in time, Pat had to go to the bathroom. And we were doing okay. We were trucking along. We were about halfway through the race. And once you get into Magic Kingdom, there's actual bathrooms there. And of course, I'm a stickler for using real bathrooms when all possible. I didn't have to go, but he did. And so I stopped with him and I went to the bathroom just in case. And I'm out there pacing around waiting for him to come back out. And he's not coming out, he's not coming out, he's not coming out. And I'm like, oh great, this is going to be fun. So he finally makes an appearance. And it has been like a heck of a long time. And of course, this is getting me, I'm cooling down, I'm not warm anymore, I'm getting a little bit nervous. And, oh look, I have lots of these, what should I do? Let's do another color. I ended up cooling down so much that I pretty much wasn't able to finish the race. I ended up walking a vast majority of the remaining time that we had, which turned out to be one of the most horrible things I could have done. Oh, I'm putting it down here because I wanted the colors not to match up. Mixing all my colors up here because it's fun for me. I like to mix the colors. But yeah, so we finished at like 4 hours. We had an absolutely horrid time, and we were all just exhausted and done. Absolutely just totally done with the whole thing. And after that, I wasn't even sure I wanted to do anymore, but I always wanted to do another night race because I loved Tower of Terror. It was the most fun that I've ever had in a race. Nothing happened. We were all happy. We were all healthy. Everything was great. And so I really wanted to do another night run. And then once the night run came closer and we found out that they had changed it. They made it a day run instead because they wanted to utilize the challenges for it and decided to make it a challenge instead of just the normal race, which was fine. It sucked a little bit because I was so excited to be able to do a night race. But it wasn't too bad. So, let's see here. I'll lay my little stickers down. This week is going to be a lot of driving. So I can just stick my little dudes down here. This is my countdown for the actual race. If I have it set up correctly, it should place race day on Saturday because race day would be the day of the first race, not the day of the big race. My daughter is doing the 10K with us, so my husband and I are both doing the challenge. And then Elise is doing the 10K. Maybe I will have race time on Sunday. Maybe I miscounted. Whoops. But it's still in time for the big race. So I must have done it for I must have calculated it for the half instead of the 10K. But this day is Elise's race. This is the 10K. And then race time is the half. And the half is the one I'm really worried about. That's the one that I want to do really well on. Alright, so we have one sticker left on here. It's the 180 day one alright guys, I have no idea where we were. Because my thingamahoo's filled up and so I had to go charge it. The light is totally different now because it's been like 2 hours. Because it takes forever to do anything with this card. I put a bigger one in so it would last longer, and then I don't empty it out before I use it again, and then we have all sorts of issues. So this is what's left over. I have nothing, one tiny box that I will probably use so I don't have to keep it around, some littles, and then some extra stuff. So this will go in the garbage, which is now too far away for me to reach because my husband moved it. Alright, and so on here, I'm not really sure what I should put down as far as things to do, things to remember, that kind of stuff. I definitely want to read with my daughter for sure this weekend. I want to get some running in and I want to do yoga. Everything else I can track someplace else. So we'll just do this. There. So we have 3 trackers. The rest of it says Tails All This Time is still on there. You don't get to see the top window, but oh well. Alright, so this is going to be their 31st. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bring you in just a little bit. Hopefully it autofocus as well. And then for this one we want to do reading with Elise. Running. And yoga. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I need to do a lot of this. Let's see, we have birthdays. Ooh, we have a birthday on Wednesday. I'll put a little birthday here. It's my sister. She'll be 23. Officially an old lady. At least she thinks so. Let's see. We also have garbage, which is technically Wednesday when it has to go out because it comes Thursday morning. And then we said we have cleaning, laundry, eating out, house stuff, and medical stuff. We'll take this one, put it here, and we'll do this one as last minute laundry. Okay, so we have last minute laundry, packing, loading the car up, and then shopping for snacks. And then I want to do a cleanup because I like having my house clean before I leave. And we'll do a quick cleanup. Okay. All right. And that's pretty much all I have. Hopefully I can put leave. I'll put the Disney stuff in here as we go along. I don't know what we're doing, what days, and all that kind of stuff yet. We don't have our tickets yet. We get those when we get there. We're going to be gone, so we won't have church and Bible study. It's my laundry ones because they're cute. I won't be sewing. I already used the garbage one. No more soccer. So let's see. I have little Thanksgiving ones, and I want to put those down because they're cute. Okay. So we'll put them right here. And we have 24 days till Thanksgiving. Ooh, I actually have a Halloween one here somewhere. I'll put that one in too, just so I have it. And we have a tradition. We haven't trick-or-treated in years. My kids are a little bit older, but I also have issues with trick-or-treating. I didn't necessarily enjoy trick-or-treating as a child, and for some reason with my kids, I enjoyed it even less. I know they loved it, but I was always worried about strange people out and about, and I don't know. I'm just a worrywart. So I always worried about things going wrong on Halloween. So we trick-or-treated when they were little, or we did like trick-or-treat at the mall, or trunk-or-treat at church, or whatever, that kind of stuff. And then as they got older, we kind of traded in the trick-or-treat for, we would hand out candy, get a bag of our favorite candy for ourselves. So we get some candy for the kids and a bag of our favorite for us. And then we would watch scary movies. And so the kids were like, what are we doing this year? And I'm like, we're driving to Disney World. Because we're close enough to do that. Alright. Is there anything else? I want to put my Halloween sticker in. I'm going to go out a little bit so you guys can see what we're doing. Okay. Gives you an idea. I have this big thing full of stickers, and I have a little one that I kind of shoved in there. That was Halloween. Let's see if I can maneuver this so that it isn't totally in the way. And then we just put the little Halloween sticker right there. Yay, Halloween! I think that's it. We also have the party too. We have the post run party at 8 p.m. in Epcot. Ha ha ha, I used it. I'd go down too. Okay, and we'll stick this right here. Because really, between the race, the party, and my nap, that's all we're gonna be doing that day. And yes, I will nap this day. It's my tradition. We do a half marathon. I take a shower, I take a nap, I eat a bunch of food, and then I am ready and raring to go for the next leg of our adventure. I'm a 5-year-old, and after running 13 miles, I have to take a nap. And it's about 3 hours long. So I'll have my nap here, and we'll have a run. This is totally not in order, but whatever. If I put it up here, I could have done reverse order. But I think that's everything. And the rest of this will get filled in as we go. So there it is. That is my spread for next week. Now I just gotta finish up today. That's this week. I finish up today. And then we are off. We're supposed to have a date night tonight, but my daughter's sick. Just figures. Hopefully she's better for tomorrow, because last thing I want to do is travel with a sick kid. And she's pretty good though. She's just the headache, I need to sleep a lot beaver kid, not the let's throw up all over the backseat of a car. But you know, it's not our car anyways. I'm sorry, but it makes me happier. All right, that's it. And I will see you guys after our race. So there you go. Bye.